this timeline, Beerus does exist, but he does not ever wake up. And which would mean around the time Beerus should show up in the main timeline, he is sleeping, therefore Bulma's birthday goes undisrupted. However, Vegeta gets irritated at Goku because he can't seem to catch up to Goku. His Super Saiyan 3 puts him far ahead of his Super Saiyan 2, and he doesn't know the right path to take. So he tells Bulma for one day that he is going to go to the time chamber. He talks to Dende, and Dende has a new mode in the time chamber. Basically, the time chamber will shift around him, but the door will stay the same. The time chamber will emulate certain environments and parts of the world and stuff like that for Vegeta to train in for the utmost results. Vegeta is delighted by this, and Dende tells him that he made this because after the whole Majin Buu incident, the Saiyans will need to get stronger, and if they need to tap back into their roots, or they want to go to a destination where they feel calm and it might help them train, this will be a great way to do it. Vegeta tells Dende to set it to a primitive planet plant. He's going to do some intense training. Vegeta remembers these huge creatures being able to destroy planets if they ever got off their world. However, when the Saiyans showed up, they were even a match for their grade 8 forms. And so he has the time chamber simulate that reality or that part of the world and goes around killing them until he encounters a primitive Uzaru, which takes him off guard and sparks something within. Vegeta follows this phantom great ape, almost like they're kindred spirits, and him and this great ape begin training somewhat in its own way. Vegeta is in this primal environment for a year, since one day's passing outside, 1 year's passing in here. Vegeta eventually sprouts back his tail, and he begins powering up, and he eventually turns into an Uzaru. However, he's still in control. He still has his power. So he begins to try to master the Uzaru form and use it effectively, but it still pales in comparison to Super Saiyan. So Vegeta, through these long months, finally does break the limit, but he doesn't use the Uzaru form like how they used to. He finally does control it and unlock a new level with it, beyond even Akari. Now, since Frieza was resurrected originally and heard about Lord Beerus and Majin Buu, he would only hear about Majin Buu, therefore only be a certain level motivated to train. So instead of training for 4 months like he did originally, he'll train for about 2, basically cutting his power in half. He still unlocks Golden, but it's nowhere near as efficient. Not too long after dipping his toes into the waters of Golden, Frieza immediately heads over to Earth, which much similar events play out, and everyone gets decimated. However, Goku and Vegeta are here, and when they arrive, Goku opts to take Frieza on and transforms into a Super Saiyan. However, it does nothing to him, as the Emperor is far more powerful, and he simply throws Goku to the side. And Goku and Vegeta realize they're in some deep crap. Vegeta asked him, well, how did you get so powerful? And Frieza tells him that he trained, obviously, as much as he hates to do it. And Vegeta smirks and tells him that he isn't the only one been training. Then a orange and red fiery aura surrounds him, coupled with Super Saiyan, as he transforms into the new Akari form that he achieved, Primal Power. This is similar to Super Saiyan 4, but it's not exactly it. Vegeta will give an explanation. Vegeta then races in at Final Form Frieza and immediately lands a gut-punching blow, and then beats down on Final Form Frieza. With his maximum power, he is able to actually use Frieza as a ragdoll. However, not too long after this, Frieza gets tired of it and shows him his new form, Golden Frieza. Goku can feel the pressure coming off of Golden Frieza. There's nothing that Vegeta with his new primal power can do, as it's fairly obvious after Golden Frieza punches Vegeta down into the mulch and he de-transforms after one blow. Goku realizes things are getting desperate, so he turns to Gohan and Piccolo and tells them to protect Vegeta. He's got a plan. He then teleports away. Frieza smirks that he didn't realize Goku was such a coward now. Why in the world didn't he go all this way to kill his arch nemesis if he's just gonna run? However, moments later, Goku shows back up with an object in his hand. The unconscious Vegeta has a Potara slipped on his ear, and Goku slips one on his. He tells Vegeta, sorry about this, but they need the power. They then fuse into the almighty primal power. Vegeta races in against Frieza, taking him on with his full might. However, Frieza still has a very big upper hand on them. He's using about 60% of his power while Vegeto's using about 100. They are going back and forth and Vegeto's losing until Vegeta starts using Kaioken. Then the playing fields are sort of even, but it's still not enough. Eventually, Frieza manages to run out the fusion time, which is where they learn that Potara has a limit. Which, when they do defuse, they're shocked by this, obviously, but they do have their energy. It's bubbling up out of them, especially for Goku, as they both then turn into their primal power states. Goku unlocking it due to their merger with Vegeta, and Vegeta is more furious that he slid the Potara on without his consent. Tells Vegeta that they're still weaker than Golden Frieza is right now, but he might have a technique that might allow them to win. And Vegeta says he's not fusing again. And Goku says no. Do you remember Harunagon, the giant bug monster that attacked a while back? And Vegeta nods and asks why. And then he realizes, okay, he'll do it. They each ball their fists together as Frieza powers up more and more, showing off his golden form and races in at them. Goku and Vegeta run out with their full primal power, surging energy, and use a double dragon fist as they hit Frieza and finally puncture through the back of him, killing him and ending the threat to Earth. They then each fall out of primal power and crash into the landscape below, ending the Frieza threat.